खलीफा के लबों से जो गुलो जौहर बिखरते हैं,
खलीफा के लबों से जो गुलो जौहर बिखरते हैं,
बड़े अनमोल मोती है ये दौलत हम संभालेंगे। बड़े अनमोल मोती है ये दौलत हम संभालेंगे। So, Kashif, are you on? I know you know mic
Assalam,
isn't working.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome,
Yeah,
salam.
man.
Are you able
Hi.
to give a quick summary of the Friday sermon today?
Yeah, I've got it. Oh, yeah, I've got it. Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This today's Friday 7th summary. So Hazur was talking about Hazrat Ali, and Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah bin Asi stated, explaining the incidents of the martyrdom of Hazrat Ali. Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu anhu explained that the Khawarij had decided to murder all of the influential people. The list included Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Muawiyah, and Hazrat Amr bin al-As. They were not able to martyr Hazrat Muawiyah and Hazrat Amr. However, Hazrat Ali was severely injured and later died as a result of an attack at the time of Fajr prayer. Before attacking Hazrat Ali, his attacker announced that, "O Ali, it is not your right to be obeyed in every matter, as this right only belongs to Allah." Hazrat Ali. The Holy Prophet ﷺ has foretold the martyrdom of Hazrat Ali. He once said to Hazrat Ali that, "Do you know the worst person among those who have passed and those will come later on?" Hazrat Ali replied that Allah and His Messenger know best. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said that the worst person among those who have passed was the person who cut off the legs of Prophet Saleh Kamel. And among those who will come on later on, it will be the person who will attack you with a spear. Before his death, Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu left a will for his family. Some of the points from this will are as follows. I bear witness that there is no worthy worship of Allah, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger whom he sent with the true faith. O Hassan, I advise you and the members of family to fear Allah. Take care of your relatives, as your mutual harmony is better than offering voluntary prayers. Guard the rights of your neighbors. Fear Allah in matter of following the Holy Quran, offering prayers, paying zakat, and carrying out jihad for the sake of Allah. Fear Allah in your respect of the poor and give them a share of your wealth. Guard the prayer, guard the prayer, guard the prayer. Do not be afraid of anyone in attaining the pleasure of Allah. Speak good to the people and never abandon enjoying good and forbidding from evil. If you do so, the worst of you will become your rulers. Next slide. Hazrat Ali. When Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu anhu passed away, Hazrat Hassan addressed that people and said, O people, tonight such a person has passed away that no one was able to excel him in past and no one can attain his status in the future. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ sent him on an expedition, Gabriel was on his right and Michael was on his left, and he would not return until Allah has granted him victory. His funeral prayer was led by Hazrat Hassan radiallahu anhu. The Holy Prophet ﷺ once said that I'm the city of knowledge, and Ali is its door. In another hadith, he states that the paradise is keen on receiving three people: Ali, Amr, and Salman. At another instance, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said to Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu that Allah has made you such that you do not partake anything of this world, and the world does not take anything from you. Next slide. This is about New Year. So Hazur said today is the new day of the new year, and we should pray that this year is blessed for Jamaat and the entire world. May Allah enable us to turn toward God even more so than before, and enable the world as well to recognize the purpose of its creation. May be those who violate each other's rights. We have been facing a deadly pandemic for almost a year now. However, it seems that the majority of people are not inclined to accept that the pandemic might be a warning from God for mankind to reform their ways. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah bin Israel said he recently sent letters to various world leaders in which he drew their attention to, to the fact that such calamities comes about from becoming unmindful of God and growing injustice. Though some leaders replied, their replies were limited to the worldly aspect of this crisis, and they failed to acknowledge the aspect of God and faith which His Holiness Ayyadullah had mentioned. End of summary, Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah, Kashif. Kashif, there's one thing which you learned from this khutbah. What would it be? Just quickly asking.
One thing I learned from this khutbah was like how even though like about the Hazrat Ali being like a role model for everyone, and he even said that I think it was Hazrat Muhammad said that, oh Allah, that you are the best person to be alive, and there's no person will come better than you. That shows how much good he was at is during his time. That really shocked me as well.
Yeah, brilliant. And Holy Prophet Sallallahu love for Hazrat Ali was just unparalleled. I remember the incident Huzur was saying as well, like when he was sitting with his companions and he was telling them like a heavenly person, a person of heaven will be walking through the door now. And then Hazrat Abu Bakr Razilon who walked through the door. And Huzur said again, the next person as well will be someone heavenly. And then Hazrat Umar Razilon who came through the door. And then the third time, Huzur, beloved, the Holy Prophet said it again, that heavenly person will walk through the door now. And in that moment, he prayed that it's Hazrat Ali. And that very moment, Hazrat Ali walked through the door, and Huzur became really happy. The Holy Prophet became really happy. So that shows, the love. Someone who, of course, he was literally raised in the house of the Holy Prophet showed the love that he had for him. So yeah, another series, another episode on Hazrat Ali. May Allah be pleased with him, and a lot of insight which Huzur gave. And just to emphasize it more, even though this is the first day of the year, Huzur still gives preference and priority to these events over. Many people think that you should just be speaking about, what we need to do in the first day of the year, but Huzur actually, emphasized more on these aspects, on becoming like the companions of the Holy Prophet. So there's a great lesson in there as well, a great underlying message that we all need to try and take. But of course, at the end, Huzur did talk about the New Year's Day, as Kashif, you rightly mentioned in your presentation.